I'm going to sit down, because when we are in the teepee, we don't stand up and do much. Well, sometimes stand up. I also want to thank David and Grace Ann. They've been so kind to me and very tolerant, because my ontology of difference doesn't fit with, with the Euro-Western thing. So anyway, let's get to it. The Okan is sometimes called the SUNDANCE, and that's the only time when our people come together and bring all of the ceremonial knowledge into one place. Like there's different medicine bundles and that. So this is like the essence of the knowledge that we have and bringing it together. For most tribes, is a time when you come together and do several different kinds of ceremonies. It's a supplication for continuance of all things. That balance, that concept of balance, equilibrium, for that the sun will come back, that the moon will be there, that the water and the cosmos, and so it's kind of a holistic place where we're dancing and supplicating. And when we dance, of course, there's song and the chants and beating the drums. So we dance towards the center pole, because the center pole is kind of like the essence of knowledge in a sense. But it isn't the know-all, but it is a place where it brings everything together. And so we dance towards that center pole and back. And then at some point we stop, and then the dancers, male and female, we run towards that center post and touch it. And so what I was intrigued about is that we've been getting into more looking at the physical and the metaphysical world. And I realized finally, and our people would say, "Duh, you finally got it," that dancing towards the center pole is going into the metaphysical, and then back to the physical world. To the metaphysical and back to the physical world. And we have one of our scholars, Rosalind Lapierre, and she's actually one of our tribal members, but she's a scholar and she's well published. And she's made a statement that has never been made, on where she talks about the visible and the invisible world. And one of the statements she makes is that what we would consider the metaphysical world is actually the real world. This place that we're in here and now is just a place. And so in the storytelling, they used to talk about the stories of, and this is all based on the origin stories, everything we do. That first structure is very done in a way that it's always been done, because Bai went to the sun and brought back the male part of the Okan. Woman who married a star brought back the female side, and you can't do anything unless you've gone through a rite of passage. You can't dig a hole. You can't go cut the tree. So all that knowledge is very, very, very precise. But getting back to Lapierre, is that when the ethnologists who became anthropologists would come and talk to the people, they always wanted to hear the stories. And they looked at that as just myth, huh? But that's the real world. And so that's what really intrigues me. And if I can get done here, if you look at what Bohm, Glenn, and Little Bear talk about the unfolding and folding of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it relates to place, and it relates to knowledge. And that energy is the spirit. So folding and unfolding from the metaphysical to the physical. I mean, that's where I'm looking at as something that equates, and we do know that Eurocentric knowledge is different, and most indigenous ways of knowing and Eurocentric systems that we use in this country rejects actual ways of knowing. So, okay, well, muchas gracias.
Oh.